Guess who's still fucking alive? Me. Sadly. YouTube doesn't recommend my videos anymore. Pokemon is slowly ruining their fan base, and my friends won't even touch me. Today, we have the quarter four, October, November, December monthly pickups of 2024. Pause. Yeah, I said 2024. I recorded this shit on January 15th, a little over 5 months ago. Why have I not posted this since? Well, 1, I'm lazy as fuck. 2, video was like an hour long. 3, I'm lazy as fuck. But hey, now we can play a game. Were my predictions right on the prices, or am I full of shit? Probably the shit part. Let's continue. I know we're a fist deep into 2025, but I gotta finish this out somehow. We're gonna be showing off Pokemon, UniVersus, One Piece, and of course, graded cards.
I just woke up from a dream where you and I had to say goodbye. And I don't know what it all means, but since I survived, I realized wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night.
So this is going to run a little different than the previous ones, meaning you can actually kind of see what's on top. I'm not going to do no crazy ass fucking reveal because honestly, I've been speed running this shit and we are going to continue to speed run this shit because I got a lot of cards. I got like over 50 cards probably. Then if I don't speed run this shit, this fucking video is going to be like 8 hours long. And I know no one's going to sit through that when I show my fucking Weedle card and why it's like a huge deal, right? So starting off, we are looking at our dollar store cards. The dollar bin, the best bang for your cheap buck, I guess. This is what crack addicts would buy, right? So the first one we got is the Pikachu promo from Worlds 2024. This card is literally $1, and it's actually a card that you got for free on the Pokemon Center when you spent $20 or more. So this actually does have a little bit of a cost behind it in order to get this card, but hey, now you can get it for $1. Kind of shows you in the future when there's these promos, you could probably wait and they'll just fall to $1. You don't have to spend 20 bucks on a god forbidden product of Pokemon cards that you know is going to be shit. But hey, it's a nice incentive to open packs, buy product, and have fun with it, right? Believe it or not, TCG Player has this card listed at $3.03. So for $1, it's not too bad. Then we have the Alolan Raichu promo. This one, I'm not sure what promo this is. I think it's just probably a stupid fucking box. Who knows? $1. TCG Player has it for $1.28, so I'm not really saving much, but it's a pretty cool card with a really cool shiny holo. Just Raichu surfing it up. This is the Alolan Raichu, so it's not the basic ass Raichu. And hey, it's a Sun and Moon promo, which is pretty cool. Going into another Sun and Moon promo, we have the Alolan Vulpix. This card I got for $1, obviously, and on TCG Player it goes for $2.38. Nothing too crazy. If you look at this symbol, you would think it's actually just like a regular card you'd get from like a set, but no, apparently this is a promo. Nothing states it's a promo, except you just gotta know, I guess. And that shit's curved as fuck. Then we have the Drapion from Triumphant. This is a dope-ass card from 2010. I think this might be either Heart Gold or Soul Silver or Diamond and Pearl era. I believe that's what it is. Paid $1 for it. Goes for $1.63. So not that expensive, but it's still just a really cool old card and great condition. To be honest, you see a little like dots there. That's actually just like my raw skin. Next we have Torterra blowing up. You have the cracked ice. Like this, oh my god, this fucking card is so smexy. And let me tell you, it is not that cheap. You can actually kind of see the hollowing inside the card. I don't know if you could see that, maybe? Probably not. I don't know. TCG Player has this listed at $5.05. So for $1, not that bad. And then obviously you can tell it's a break card. Don't know like who thought this was a great idea of a card or like who designed this, but this shit's ugly as fuck, but it's different. And honestly, I was like, for $1, it's not that bad, I guess. Who knows? Maybe one day break cards will like just shoot up in value, be like desirable. Probably not. Probably never. This card currently goes for $2.45. It's a promo, so it's probably never going to go anywhere, but hey, it's a cool card. And then next we have about 10 just random modern cards that I picked up. No rhyme or reason for it. They were all $1. I mean, you have the Rapid Strike Urshifu V card. It's just a Trainer Gallery card, a really dope one from Sword and Shield. And honestly, these Trainer Gallery cards are really, really cool and probably one of the bigger pulls when it comes to the later end of the Sword and Shield era. Then we have another Trainer Gallery card. This one is from Cosmic Eclipse. Just a really dope one, honestly. The one in like the few times you see Cyrus in a card. Then we have the amazing rare Russia Ram, a dope ass card, extremely cheap. Modern fucking shiny Thunderous to add to my personal collection. A Lapras EX. There was actually no reason, or I shouldn't have bought this. There's no way in hell should I have bought this, but it was so pretty looking. It looks so fucking gorgeous. I was like, ah, damn it, I gotta buy it. Cinderace EX, same thing. No rhyme or reason. And then I think we just got a bunch of like full art fucking crystal cards. Just stupid. I mean, really, a lot of these cards just go for like $1 to $3. They're very, very cheap and just a nice like card to add to your binder, or if you're trying to collect different like variants, different types. I mean, just as simple as this type of shit really stands out when it comes to just collecting Pokemon cards. So something that I find really, really dope. And of course, the illustration cards will always be sexy. I mean, that's basically Pokemon's driving factor with the newer sets, because they just can't move on from illustration rares. Nor should they, but it's getting a little bit old to me. Next up, we hit the $3 bins. I don't know what's like above dollar store. I would say 5 and below, but we'll get there. So I guess, is there a store that has like $3 Family Dollar? I don't know. The dollar stores that are selling things more than $1, that's what this is. So all these cards right here were about $3 each. Nothing crazy. First, starting off with this gorgeous, gorgeous Entei promo. You can see the swirls. You can see the hollows. I've obviously bought this card like 5 times. If you go to the previous videos, I've bought this card so many times and probably is in every fucking video at this point. Such a gorgeous Entei card. It's a Wizard of the Coast promo. TCG Player has it going for $6.84. And honestly, to find these in great condition, I feel like it's kind of hard. I've been seeing a lot of sales for PSA 9s. I'm sure this card has been graded to God knows where, but because it's such a fucking open face hollow where the whole card's a hollow, that means that like it's very easy to find scratches and probably not get a 10. So to find these cards in good condition is pretty rare, but either way, such a gorgeous card. We have the Igglybuff, the Baby Jigglypuff, such a gorgeous card. Promo card, another Wizard of the Coast promo. This card actually goes for $4.42, and it's just a cute card. That's the only reason I bought it. No, like besides that, I don't know. Will this do anything for me? No. Then we have the Shaman. I don't even know. The Shaman going through galaxies, or I don't know, a black hole, and just fucking Eevee tracking that motherfucker down. I don't know. Why the fuck is Eevee even there? Where the fuck are they? I have no idea. Dark Dimension. The Gum Dimension. Oh my god. The Shaman card is from Unleashed and goes for $6.51. To me, this card is like a very weird looking card, but that actually gives me like slight appeal to it. It's kind of different. You can actually see some hollowing in this card. It's not like a just basic ass card, but the hollowing is kind of hard to see with the black background, dark background, whatever you want to call it background. But still a gorgeous card going back to 2010, about 15 fucking years ago, boys. Next, we got the Manaphy card from Majestic Dawn. Just another smiling Manaphy. I'm actually kind of shocked how many Manaphys they have in this era. Like, I think this was like the Manaphy craze where they just pumped a million Manaphys. So this one was, I guess, just like a popular card. Goes for $5.58. Really, really dope card. Then we have this Lucario, another like cracked ice type of hollow. This card is from Call of Legends, and it goes for $9.01. So I actually got quite a steal for this card just for $3. That's not too bad. And it's just, Lucario doing a Kamehameha for, I don't know. Then we have the Magmortar from Mysterious Treasures. I think I have like 5 of these cards. I just keep buying them for no fucking reason. It goes for $3.14. I just been buying like a lot of older cards, 2010, 2008. This one's from 2007. I feel like you can get a lot of these older cards for very cheap. And especially with that new set released where it shows like the trainer on the side. Those old cards with the trainers, I feel like they're going to be making a comeback. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I feel like they might have a comeback. Then we got the Frost Ass. This one's from Arceus, which for some reason that's a set and goes for $2.33. Just an old card, not really worth all that much. Then we have the Azleaf from Mysterious Treasures. Goes for $4.80. I don't know where he's swimming. That ain't the fucking ocean. It's like a fucking amoeba in like your body. I don't know. And then we have the Articuno from Next Destinies. Goes for $3.55. This guy is fucking flying through the void. And I don't know why they did this, but like the hollow for some reason cuts off somewhere on like the bird. And this is the same for the Moltres and Zapdos. Somewhere on the card you'll have the hollow and then it just fucking cuts off. Like, why? Like, is that an error? I don't know, but it just seems like every card of this is like that, so I think that's just how they did it, and who knows, maybe that's just like a normal error, not too sure. We have the Black Kyurem. This one is an XY promo. Currently goes for $13.44, so the fact I got this for $3 is pretty dope. It's just Kyurem, and then I think, Black Zekrom, or Zekrom and Kyurem combined, they call Black Kyurem. And it's actually pretty spotless, so that's not bad. For $3, this $13 card, it's $10. Just saved right there. A Celebi V. When the fuck would I have ever in like a million years buy a V card? Because V cards are like fucking trash, right? This one, gorgeous. Celebi. Sparkle. Glittery. So cute. And it's a V card. Just a basic V full art. Like, there's nothing to this card. It's from Chilling Reign. Goes for $3.36. So it's actually not $1 or under $1. We run into 9 Scarlet and Violet era illustration cards. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll stop it right there. We got the 9 illustration cards. And honestly, illustration cards in Scarlet and Violet are very iffy. I always say it, like, they don't come off very valuable to me because I find them to be such a basic card, such a basic hollow. Art is fucking gorgeous, but besides that, it's like, why would you drop over $10 for one of these cards if it's not a secret illustration rare? I don't know. But the most expensive one out of these is going to be this Lickitung. This one goes for $7.25. Besides that, these all kind of go for like $3 to $4. So, and that's kind of how much I paid. So, I didn't really save much. We got the Crabominable. Can't even fucking see him, bro, in a snowstorm. Just like imagine just like walking in a snowstorm and then this thing just appears in front of you. You're fucked. You're dead. On sight. Got the Wimpod. Is this like a Portageon? I just dropped a card, but is this a Portageon? And imagine you're going to take a fucking shit and all these are in your Portageon, and then they jump you, and then they shit on you. Drop a comment if you love to be shit on. You know who you are. Then we got the Joltik, just a bug. I mean, nothing. Like, this Pokemon, I think, is only good in Pokemon Go, the game, to battle. And then that's it. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use a Joltik ever in my life. You got the Tapu Bulu, big-breasted Brawlic dude, just creeping in the woods. Love that. You got the Excadrill, bro's a miner with the other miners. And that guy's sleeping. It's a lot of miners. Oh, God, we got more miners. Oh, no. We got 2 Excadrills. That's pretty dope. I guess I fucked up and thought I didn't have one and bought 2. I don't know. And then last but not least, one of the most dumbest, fucking, stupidest, ugliest fucking... I hate this fucking Pokemon. Whatever this rat thing is. We got Dunsparce. The coolest... Is that its penis? I don't know. Got the Dunsparce. What the hell's all that? Oh my god, there's a lot of Pokemon in this fucking card. Ooh, what is that thing? Enough about Scarlet and Violet illustration rares. Let's talk about the gorgeous illustration rares. The illustration rares that first kind of started it. Not Cosmic Eclipse, but we're talking Sword and Shield. We're talking, let's go to Crown Zenith. Fuck it. Didn't actually know that this Pokemon was actually in this fucking... Oh my god, bro's like about to kill him. Is he behind me? Like, Hisuian Zamrot V-Star. This card currently goes for $6.32 from Crown Zenith. The Crown Zenith Gallery, we call it. It's a dope card. And honestly, I love all the fucking gallery cards from Crown Zenith. We saw a rise in their popularity a little bit ago, maybe like 4 to 6 months ago. I can't keep track. And they actually shot up a lot, and now I feel like they're kind of back down to reality. We have the Shadow Rider Calyrex V from Astral Radiance. Currently goes for $5.40. Just a gorgeous-ass card. The Zamazenta V from Astral Radiance as well goes for $3.97. And, oh my god, the Galarian Zapdos goes for $5.33 from Astral Radiance. And this bitch in the back just riding her bike. You got the Cypher Maniacs code breaking. What? She's like holding the Necrocomicon book. I don't know. This full art trainer is from Temporal Forces. Goes for $6.44, which is pretty crazy for like a basic full art trainer. Would honestly expect this shit to be $1, but I guess Temporal Forces was the start of Pokemon sets having hard pull rates. So, hey, kind of makes sense, I guess. Then we have the Parasol Lady, this one from Paradox Rift. Pretty dope card. Goes for $4.25. For some reason, thought this was in 151. Just seems like that type of card, but it's not. And then last but not least, I got 2 full art shiny crown cards. We got the Galvantula, that fucking bug, little small buggy Pokemon, and then the Wellspring Mask Orgaporn EX. The bro looks like the depressing fucking variant. I don't know. Both of these cards go for around $2.50 each. So for $3, kind of wasted my money, but I love these. I feel like you just get like a whole binder of these back to back, or side to side, I should say, and they just look so sexy, probably. So now we go up to the 5 and below type cards. Don't know if that's really much of an improvement. I mean, really, if you're gonna go to a dollar store or a 5 and below, I don't think the 5 and below really has much value, so I'd probably go to the dollar store. But whatever. We got the Delcatty, big fatty Legend Maker. That is the set this card comes from. Paid $5, goes for $7.86. I think this is kind of like a reverse holo. I think that's what it's labeled as, because you can see the symbol, but I could be wrong. This could just be the basic. And also you kind of see like the HP, the Delcatty name, they're all kind of shiny. So I think that's what gives it away as a reverse holo. I don't know. We got the Friends in Hisui, a full art, a gorgeous full art. Still pretty cheap from Crown Zenith. Currently goes for $4.35 on TCG Player. You will never stop me from buying these cards. Even today, I'm still buying them. And then lastly, we got the Gloria, which is from the Brilliant Stars Trainer Gallery. This goes for $5.52. Paid $5 for it. So, pretty dope. And it's kind of crazy how this still holds decent value, $5. I mean, I would have thought this card was like $1, but hey, it's not bad. Are you liking this? Because I forgot to mention, I got like a certain Charizard of card over here. It's not from XY, and I'm actually pretty stoked to show you all. Actually, I will save that for once I'm done jumping through these cards. First off, we got Jirachi on the moon. This is actually a promo, a Nintendo promo, believe it or not. This is from the Wishmaker DVD. I think they probably just shoved this shit in the DVD, and there you go. So, who knows? Maybe finding the promo for this is in a good condition is hard. I don't know. Maybe they just gave it to you at the movie theaters. Not too sure. But paid $7 for this card. As you can see, goes for $9.49. Really, really cool. The fact that it's a movie promo makes it even cooler. Then we have the Hisuian Growlithe. I bought it for $7. It's an illustration card from Twilight Masquerade. Currently goes for $9.65. When you get the full art trainer of the other chick, you're supposed to flip this card and she'll be on top. That's what I'm saying. Oh, fuck. Japanese or Korean. I don't. This is Mischievous Pichu. A crazy ass Pichu promo card. Paid $8 for this. Currently goes for $13.61. Now, a PSA 10 I've seen has gone for like around $100. So a pretty cheap card that shoots in value, like for a PSA 10. Could have actually dropped down a bit, or I don't even know if there's like a hollow version, but it's kind of cool because this card is like a fucking camcorder recording. And that guy, what did he just do to that Pichu? Or what did that Pichu do to him? I don't know. He just seems a bit like, I don't know. Oh, whatever. Sandy Shocks, Giant Dicks in the Sand, EX. This is a secret illustration rare from Paradox Rift. Paid $8 for this card. Goes for $7.20. So I got fucked, basically. Then we have a Suicune, another promo from a movie, Pokemon Forever. Paid $10 for this card. And currently goes for $27.88. What the fuck? This card is so gorgeous, and it's like one of those e-reader cards, I think, right? This is like the type. So freaking dope, and to get at $10, I was shocked. It was like close to $30. So you can actually see how some of these movie promos are shooting up. Think back to the Entei I showed you in the beginning. Then we got the Golisopod EX, secret illustration rare. I never really fucked with this Pokemon until my boy Guzma like mained it for some reason. I don't know, it's like an alien bug. Ew, right? Basically paid $10 for this card from Paradox Rift. Currently goes for $13.27, so not bad. Basically paid the same amount. Then we go into Alt Arts. Oh, no. We go into the Unknown V. This is an alt art from Silver Tempest. Paid $13. Goes for $13.95. So it's actually pretty cheap. Definitely an alt art I would highly suggest getting. The cheaper the alt arts are, definitely worth buying. Don't fucking waste your money on the $200-$300 alt arts. I would rather just buy the product first and hope to God that you pull it. Next up, we have this beautiful Shaman card, Laying in the Grass type of promo. Flowers coming out of her head. No, it's just a gorgeous Shaman promo of just her sunbathing, I guess. I don't know. $14 is how much I paid for this X and Y promo. Currently goes for $20.48. A decent chunk of change, and it's just a gorgeous card. Shaman is one of my favorite cards, just like Manaphy and Celebi. It's something about them mystical ass Pokemon that just so gorgeous. And then we get out of nowhere a Iron Boulder EX secret illustration rare from Temporal Forces. Paid $17 for this. Currently goes for $20.31. Believe it or not, the other alt arts in this set are going for like a shit ton of money. I think some were like close to 100, like 80-90 bucks. Very surprising. I kind of thought they would all like levitate around the $20-$30 range, but no, there's a good amount of them, like 40, 60, 80 bucks. Pretty crazy. So it just goes to show you, like, the sets after 151 were probably the biggest start to Scarlet and Violet actually becoming the era it was supposed to be. And we're really seeing it. I mean, hell, especially with this fucking Eevee set that no one can get their hands on. It's just a shit show by Pokemon, but we'll get to that another time. So, gorgeous, gorgeous card for cheap. 17 bucks to me wasn't that bad of a deal. I mean, basically, any type of alt arts from Sword and Shield, any type of secret illustration rares from Scarlet Violet, I just kind of feel like any card that's like 40 bucks and under is kind of like a worthwhile pickup, especially if it's been like kind of old. Definitely the Sword and Shield cards, but Scarlet and Violet, if it's like a couple sets behind, I mean, definitely in my opinion, I think that's probably the best time to get it. Definitely don't jump on it like the first set as it comes out. Definitely not worth it. But we have finally got to it, the big hitter. Now that says MP condition right there, for I believe mostly played, so that's like worse than lightly played. But I will say this card is definitely nowhere close to that. I would probably say it's like light played. We got a Charizard. It's definitely, obviously not a base set, definitely not a first edition. It's base set 2, basically. A Charizard. Oh my gosh, I've never had one of these. I think the first ever Charizard I had of this was from Celebrations. That one, I mean, it's pretty cheap. I think it's only like 100, 130 around there. So when I saw this card for 133 bucks, I was like, base set 2. Oh my gosh, this thing is like pretty old. And I'm going to take it out right now. It's not mostly played or whatever. I guess high played, high damage. I'm not too sure. This card is so freaking clean. So I don't know if you could kind of see. Let's see. I gotta try to like manipulate it in the light. You have like some minor scratches, but like you go like this and you don't really see all too many. I mean, you definitely, the more you kind of shine it, you definitely see some scratches, some outlines going like left to right. But besides that, I mean, the rest of the like front is extremely clean. Really great centering. I mean, it does not look bad at all. And then you turn it over, right? You have a bit of whitening on the edges, right? Going around. Nothing crazy. Like, there's no real like big nicks or like huge whitening marks. It's just like a little bit on the edges. To me, I think this card is like incredible. So I was so happy when I got this, and honestly, it's really weird. Like, I've gone my whole Pokemon career with never having a base set Charizard, right? And I feel like that's kind of like one of the things that like most people would prize in their collection. But I've never had one, and this one is kind of the first like older one that I've gotten. And oh my, I feel like I just bought like stocks. Like I know like Pokemon gets considered stocks, like baby stocks, but I've never really felt that way until buying a Charizard. Like buying one of these, I feel like, not that I'm like low like Jake Paul, or like any of the big heads. This shit is like minor to them. It just feels like my mentality changed when I bought this. I don't know how to.
You can clearly see my willy through my tight pants. Call me Daniel Way, I roll up in a white van. Look, I got candy.
It's like when you're 5 years old and you gain consciousness. That's just what it felt like. It was like, you know what? Maybe I should start buying more of these Charizards. You know, I don't know what the fuck. It's just something inside of me changed. MP condition, mostly played, which is what they said, the card shop said this was, goes for around 151.72. So already looking at that, I've basically saved 20 bucks if I bought on TCG Player, right? Lightly played goes for around 190.43. And then near mint goes for $270.64, which actually is kind of shocking. So for a near mint copy of the base set 2, you're looking at under $300. That's actually not that bad to get a near mint copy, try to grade it, and maybe get a PSA 10. Who knows? But I don't know. It's definitely changed me a little bit getting this card, and I'm just so glad to have it. Hopefully in the future I can get my hands on more. And who knows, maybe they'll go down in price. Well, we finished out with Pokemon, now jumping into UniVersus. Which UniVersus set? Attack on Titan. Because, oh my goodness, Attack on Titan UniVersus is truly one of the best sets I've ever opened. And the fact that I have set 2 coming out, I am just so hype. It's definitely a great time to start buying set 1 cards if you're into this TCG. Like, I am so glad I got into this, and it's like brand new, so it just makes it so dope, at least for me. I absolutely love this IP, and for me, I just can't stop raving about it. I will suckle the tit of fucking UniVersus fucking Attack on Titan for a while. But anyways, we're going to start with something that I truly fucked up in. I believe either last video for this series or the video before. Basically, I've said this before in a previous video. I had bought one of these on eBay for about $45-$45. And at the time, that was the only listing on eBay. Prior eBay listings were sold around that price, so it just seemed like that was the price to get it. These were exclusive promos that you could only get with the booster boxes if you did pre-orders. And because of the fact it's UniVersus, it's kind of like, I don't want to say a newer TCG, but not so well known. And the fact that this is like a newer set, I wasn't too sure if, you know, these were going to be widely available and if anyone would even care. So, you know, the fact that we're going for around $45, $35, I was like, oh man, I definitely got to get my hands on one of these. So I went ahead and I bought one of these cards on eBay, was saying how great they were and, you know, how they, it makes sense why they're that price. And if you went on TCG Player at that time, there was no listings for these. Like, there's no prices, no nothing, no sales. Turns out, probably like a couple months after the fact, I went on TCG Player. Actually, I went on eBay, and I found listings for around $10. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Then I went on TCG Player and saw listings for $1 to $2 of these cards. My career's over. It's done. So here I am showing you guys 3 of the Attack Titan's Destructive Power promos. Guess how much I paid? $2. And that's how much they go for. Who knows? Maybe by some point in the future, they will hit 45, 35. I don't know how many of these they made. So who knows? You know, it might just be they're not really that desirable. And, you know, maybe this set and this TCG isn't that desirable, and that's kind of why they're so cheap. Either way, I thought this was a dope card, and I was like, fuck it, I don't mind having multiple of these because they're so freaking cool. Then we got 4 different secret rare cards, and they range around $2 to $3. They're nothing too crazy, kind of just showing a depiction, some Asian lettering. An ass right there. And, you know, some of these are like cheap. Usually you'll get these 1 per box. And they're kind of cool, but they just, I don't know, they don't look all too great. I definitely like the alternate art variants of these, but, you know, for $2-3, I'm trying to complete the full card list of this TCG and trying to get one of every. So, showing off, these are what the secret rare alt arts look like. They're basically the small image, but a bigger size, and they're in like a darker obsidian type of foiling. It's really, really dope. The first one we got is the Stomp of the Female Titan for all foot lovers. Here you go. This card I paid $2, goes for $8. So some of these you can find for cheap. Some of them will definitely be a bit expensive. Next one we got is the Well Orchestrated Attack. This card I paid $7 for, goes for $11, so didn't really save all too much, but these are really, really dope cards. It's one thing to kind of show you this on camera, but it's another to actually have one in your hand. So, I mean, if you're definitely interested in this kind of shit, I would definitely buy this. These are so fucking cool, especially to have in a binder. I can't wait to get all these in my binder, and then I'm just going to show you guys what the whole collection looks like. It'll be crazy. Then we have Eren killing a priest, the typical scene in Attack on Titan. No, we have 11 ultra rare cards. These are actually the alt art versions of the ultra rares. To give you an idea, the ultra rare cards that you pull, kind of like a V card in Pokemon, I would say, are these cards. And basically your alternate arts are a black and white variant, really. So we have 11 of these cards. They kind of all range around $1 to $3. 2 of the cards are a little more expensive, but they're really cool. I mean, this one kind of looks like a manga shot in the back. They definitely, oh my god, maybe they all do. What? Like, they have an image of Armin. Like, look at how, like, high def this shit is. Again, it's the art from the manga, which makes it so special. And it feels like it really is, like, hand, like, drawn in a way. It is just so dope. Like, oh my god. Like, imagine getting this card signed by the voice actors. Like, that would just be so dope. And definitely next time I go to a fucking, like, any convention, I gotta get some of these cards signed. So the first card that we have that's actually worth a little more money is the Sins of the Past. I paid $5 for this card. Currently goes for $8. So pretty cool. You got Erwin Smith, just phased. I don't know. And then we got the Sacrifice for the Cause. I'm not sure what scene this is. I think this is when Armin tries to talk to Eren and has to, like, stab him through his Titan form. Not too sure. Paid $5 for this card. Currently goes for $7. So pretty cool card. And there you go. Those are all the different ultra rare alt arts, which just beautiful black and white coloring. 15 of the regular ultra rares. These will be the cards that you'll probably pull a good amount of in the booster box or whatever product or packs you open. These are going to be the cards you're probably going to pull. You could just see there when we showed the black and white, these kind of have like a little hint of coloring. So there really is not like too much of a difference. I mean, the ultra rare alt arts are going to be a harder pull rate, but really, I mean, besides that, they're the exact same. One is colored, one is not. So really just kind of depends on how you feel about these cards. I mean, look at Eren trying to kill another priest, right? Eren with his balls out. It's just really, really dope. And kind of the coloring adds a little more to the scene, in my opinion. But definitely the black and white variant is pretty cool. So the one card that's the more expensive type would be this Armored Titan Attacks card. Paid $8 for this. Goes for about $7, so I overpaid a little bit. Cool thing is, on the back you have fucking the Armored Titan. That's the one weird thing. I'm not usually a big fan of TCGs that have two different, you know, arts on both sides of the cards. I prefer that you have the backing on the one, but for some reason they do it like for a few types of cards in this TCG, and I think they look absolutely beautiful, and I don't mind it at all. Next up, we hit the character cards. These are pretty basic cards, not too expensive. Usually these range between $1, $3. You got Krista, aka Historia, Ymir. Some of the cool things about these is that you flip them behind and they got their Titan form, depending on the character. So you see Annie, the female Titan, right there. But I think when we get to, got Sasha, Marco, when we get to Reiner, oh no, he does have it. I believe there are certain characters in this that, like, if you got the Armin card, you flip it in the back, it doesn't have the Colossal Titan, because at this point, Armin wasn't the Colossal Titan, right? So it's kind of cool how they keep it by chapter. And these are pretty basic cards, I guess. They're just like a black covering with a hollow character, which is pretty dope. And I'm guessing these are the names in Japanese of what these characters are called. So just really, really dope. And oh man, I love these. There's just something about them. They're very basic, they're very cheap, but you get them all in a line and just something happens. You feel a little magic in the air. To finish out the UniVersus TCG, we have the character alternate arts. And these are, like, in my opinion, the big chases behind, obviously, the serialized cards, which are out of 100. So first off, we got the Armin Arlet alternate art. This card currently goes for $4.51. Paid $2 for them. Paid $2 each, really, but it's really cool, just showcasing all the characters. You even get like Levi in the back right there. So I just find that so dope. It's such a beautiful card and art. Next, we got Mikasa Ackerman. This is an interesting scene. I don't know what scene this was from, but it's just, she seems like a little depressed. Like, I don't know what's going on in this scene. But I paid $9 for this. Goes for $9.18, so basically paid the same amount. Interesting enough, some of these cards actually have a different design on the back, which you will see. Next up, we have the Beast Titan. Paid $5 each for these, and they go for $7.66. This I kind of find interesting because I don't remember there ever being a scene like this. But it could just be one of those things like, oh, Beast Titan's always watching and this was like a symbol or something. I don't know. I don't really know how the manga changes from the anime, so who knows. And then lastly, we have Eren Yeager. This card I paid $21 for. Currently goes for $33.12, and I don't know, man. It's just him and I guess his squad behind him. Super dope. They just add some Titans in there for the fuck of it, and you turn it around and it's his fucking Titan form. Just so freaking dope. Now it's like, fuck, I gotta buy 2 of these to display one like this and one like this in the binder. I don't know. Such a gorgeous card. I absolutely love these in this TCG. It's a new TCG, and it's surely been one of my favorites. Last but not least, we got the One Piece. It is real. Maybe not. The One Piece, interesting anime, interesting TCG. I mean, really, card prices vary all over the place. You would think some cards with their art would be worth more than others, but that's just not the case. It definitely is one of the more popular TCGs, and you can get some pretty great cards for pretty cheap, which is kind of shocking. So the first set we're going to be showing is just 10 random like promotional cards. First one being this Monkey D. Luffy. This is a 25th anniversary card from Event Pack Volume 2. Card currently goes for $14.99, and honestly, these are the prices I paid because these cards are kind of recent to what I bought them for. So a lot of these cards are going to be the price that I paid for. Just a really dope card. Would have expected it to be more just for the way this cover looks, but I don't know. It just looks something from like a magazine, like a Japanese magazine or something. Not too sure. Then we have the Monkey D. Luffy Gen Con 2023 promo. This card currently goes for $1.90. Interesting enough, they have like multiple of these cards. But like some have like a different like stamp on the sides. These are just really cool, and it's all hollow. Just something I thought would be a cool thing to collect. Next, we have the Monkey D. Luffy King of the Pirates. This is kind of like a convention promo of 2024. Not sure what convention. Currently goes for $24.95. So pretty expensive promo. Honestly, if you go on eBay, don't go on eBay. If you go on eBay, you're gonna see cards like this for like $65-$70, and they're not even worth that. Definitely TCG players where you probably get the cheapest versions of One Piece cards, and then it's kind of just goes like very random from there. These are just random ass cards I got. These aren't even fucking hollows. These are just like I saw this and I was like, oh my god, that is so dope, and it's not even a hollow. It's like crazy. Like you would see this card and be like, oh my god, that card must be worth a lot. No, it's like a fucking 10 cents, $1. Like it's cheap. And it's crazy. Like you wouldn't expect it. It's one of the weirdest TCGs, especially with the rarity, that it's just like hard to follow. But it's still pretty dope. So the next one, we just have 3 random ass character cards. We have the Soldier King. I don't even know how to kind of say his name. Basically, Usopp. Really, really dope kind of card. And this one's pretty cheap. It's only like $2-3. Not that expensive. And then we have Law, Monkey D. Luffy, LGBTQ version. It's just very rainbow colory. These cards, very cheap again. I think these come from decks, so they're really not that expensive. And then my cards are sticking together. Then we just have a shit ton of basic cards. These are just 17 super rare cards. They all kind of go for like $1 to $3. Portia, love Portia. These are just characters I'm like, oh, I like them. And I was like, oh, I gotta buy them. Oh my god, Isho, I love Isho. Just kind of finished that arc. Marco, Porcus D Ace, bro with his tits out, but looks so dope. Oh my gosh, Whitebeard, always a fucking killer. And I don't know, I love these cards. Very, very basic, and it's really cool. Like, if you're just trying to get into One Piece, there are so many cards you can get for so cheap. In my opinion, it's definitely worth it just to jump in. You don't have to like spend a shit ton of money. Just start collecting, have fun with it. I definitely think it's one of those TCGs you can, unlike certain TCGs and Pokemon, where you're not going to spend an arm and a leg to get some pretty cool cards. So the next one we got are 10 stamp cards. These are just kind of like random ones. This one is the Trafalgar Law Offline Regionals from 2023. This card goes for $4.99. It's a really cheap card. Basically like a hard foiling. Pretty cool. Really gorgeous. Just figured I'd buy it. Then we got the Mr. Tubon Clive. This one is a store championship participation card that you get in the volume 2 pack. This card only goes for $3.88, but it's Bon Clive, so you'd better have it in your fucking collection because it's Bon Clive. And then, as you can see, this is another one that I showed you before. They just have like different stamps. You can see right there of Monkey D. Luffy. This one goes for $2.96. This is the first anniversary tournament promo. Interesting. It's kind of like a different hollowing. And then we have just some random ones. We got a winner. Don't know a winner of what. Some judge cards. Baddies. Oh, God. Miss Doublefinger. That is a baddie right there. Random Zora card. And then 2 of the pre-release Doflamingo Crocodaddy Crocomama is what people call him for some crazy fucking reason. But just some really cool cards. Just like, that's pretty dope. It's like one of the things, like, I hate, like, they'll make these basic ass cards that look so fucking dope, and there's no rarity to them. They're like a cent. And I look at this art, I'm like, oh my god, this is so gorgeous. How can it only be a cent? So then I gotta go out of my way to get the fucking pre-releases so I can get these cards that have like some value with the art. I don't know. It's whack. And then we got 8 random ass cold foil cards. Cavendish, Tashigi, Monkey D. Luffy's. These are actually promos I think you got in the boxes that kind of show the brothers. He's actually really cool because he's like, these are really dope. Like, it's a really dope art, but it's only $1, so pretty cheap. Sexy ass Monette. Oh my gosh. But these aren't even fucking hollows. Or actually, no, they are. They're, like I said, they're fucking cold foils, so you could like barely see that they're hollows. I don't know. They're just kind of random, really cool. And I don't know. It's something like that you could just get these random ass dope ass cards and they're like $1 each. They're nothing crazy. You try to do that with Pokemon, like it's just alt arts, illustrations, or nothing really. And lastly, we got the alt arts. And again, it's kind of crazy because you would think with alternate art cards that they'd be more valuable. But really, they're not all that much. Like, you go into Pokemon and they're like $20 at the minimum, and they're shooting over 100. These cards right here that I'm going through are like $3 to $15. Like, that's the range. And again, there obviously are alternate art cards that are worth a shit ton of money that are like 50, 60, 70, to $100. Oh my god, love this Foxy card. But you can get alternate arts for just so cheap, and I don't know, man. It's like, it's really weird. Like, if you want alternate arts, I feel like you could get a PSA 10 graded alternate art of One Piece, and that kind of equates to just a regular raw copy of Pokemon, an alternate art version. I just don't know how to describe it. It is so weird. We got Trouble, Jin, Kinemon. I for some reason always fuck up his name, and then Edward Newgate. And yeah, all these alt arts that just fill up your binder, look absolutely sexy, and who knows, I mean, it might hit one of those weird Pokemon like sprouts where over COVID when Pokemon shot up, right? I'm not saying that One Piece will, because like One Piece is already very popular, hard to get your hands on product, especially for MSRP, which Pokemon really wasn't like that until fucking COVID, or until the hype. So I don't really think we're gonna come across a type of hype era for One Piece, but you never know. And anything can really happen. So right now, it's definitely like the golden age of buying One Piece cards. Definitely a fun thing to get into. Here we are to close out 2024, which has been closed out for about a month now already. But for me, to close out 2024, to finish up this series for the year, and who knows whether or not I'll be continuing it next year, we have One Piece graded cards. They're all going to be graded, and we got a good amount. So let's take a look. The first one that we got is a PSA 10 Doflamingo Special Alt Art from 500 years into the future. This card, oh my god, it is gorgeous. I thought the card of Doflamingo sitting behind his crew was gorgeous. This one is just as gorgeous. It depicts an incredible scene, a awesome scene. Nothing like too crazy, but just a fun scene of just Doflamingo eating a fucking shrimp with the bitches and the bros. That's just so fucking dope. Oh my god. PSA 10 of this Doflamingo card. I paid $90 for this son of a bitch. eBay pricing for a PSA 10 goes for about $150 for this card. So I got a steal of a price for this fucking card, and oh my god, it is so fucking bad. It is so sick. I love this fucking card. Definitely one of the cards I've been dying to have in a PSA 10, and finally I have it. So just ecstatic to have this card. Along with this one too. This actually is a PSA 10 Perona alternate art from Wings of the Captain. This is, I believe, the first alternate art we have of Perona, and I think the only until the most recent set, which I believe is not from that, obviously. It's from the newer one, OPO 10, I think, OPO 9, the 3 Emperors or whatever the fuck, the 4 Emperors. We're seeing another Perona card in that set, but this is the true first ever alternate art card, and this held some pretty good value for quite a while. I was able to get this for $76. This card on eBay goes for $80. Obviously, that's a PSA 10 version, but honestly, this card used to go for well over $100, around $150 for quite a while, and it just eluded me. Such a gorgeous card. Love the like different hollowing where you just have certain areas hollowed, and it's just, oh my god, it's so detailed, so gorgeous. Very, very glad to have this. Another card I can really add to my wall of fucking One Piece, which I will show at the end of this. Then, this card's pretty crazy, because I never thought I'd get my hands on this for a while. We got Miss All Sunday, the baddie herself, Nico Robin, PSA 10. This card is also from Wings of the Captain. It's also a special alt art, which is not just your typical alt art. It's a special alt art. Dope. Just her fucking hands demolishing people. She needs to demolish me with those fucking hands. You know what I mean. That's fucking stupid. I paid $80 for this. This card goes for around $135. I swear to God, for the longest time, this card was going for around $150. And really, it hasn't dropped. I've just been lucky to find a seller that, like, I guess just recently posted, was selling it for, like, around 100, and I talked them down to 80. Oh, my God. So glad to have my hands on this. I'm gonna have to make a whole new, like, board just for fucking Miss Sunday. Definitely not Nico Robin. I couldn't do, like, a whole Nico Robin one, because there's just too many Nico Robins. It just has to be her with her fucking cowgirl outfit. So fucking hot. Now I need to chill. I can't be thinking about hot bitches. Psych. We got Portia. It's fucking gorgeous. This is an alternate art from 500 years into the future. Paid $20 for this. This card goes for $30. It's a really gorgeous Portia card. The one thing I love about Portia is her fucking long nose, and she just wears like this one piece that's like half zipped down. Like, oh my god, she's a baddie. A baddie. So just a dope card. It's really not that crazy valuable. Like, it really... showing you right now, we got the basic version, right? This is another, the regular version of the alternate art. Again, 500 years in the future. Paid $20 for this card, and it also goes for $30. So both of these cards I was able to get for 20, and both of them are worth 30. Like, that's crazy. The regular variant and the alternate art variant are like the same price. So there you go. Really, really dope. Love this character so much, which is kind of why I bought her. And then kind of to like make it like a scene depiction, I got Foxy. I already bought this card like as a random alternate art, but I bought it in PSA 10 because fuck it. It's Foxy. This is an alternate art from 500 years into the future. I paid $35 for it. It goes for about $45. I seen like one listing for $45 and then just jumps up to like around $75, $80. But to me, I just bought it for this fucking baddie right there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that. Like, all that fucking shit's hanging out. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. Just put this shit side by side in a display. Oh, that's bad. Oh my god. I love this. They were definitely dope cards I had to get my hands on, and I'm just so glad to have them. Now, finally, to finish it out, very random card. Nothing too crazy. We got the Nefeletiri VV card. I don't know how to say her first name. PSA 10, of course. This card is from Kingdoms of Intrigue. A very gorgeous card of VV. Paid $27. Currently goes for $35. But I've been seeing recent that like a lot of people are going crazy for VV cards. Kind of random. I actually already have a PSA 10 VV. I bought like a while ago, and I was like, all right, maybe I'll start doing a VV collection because there's only a few really great cards of her. The one card I really want is all the Straw Hats with their arms up, with the X on their arm. I think that card is super gorgeous. I need to get my hands on that one. I think that one's like around $190 to $100 on a PSA 10. But this card is super gorgeous with the golden bear like border, so freaking colorful. And who knows, VV might shoot up as like a card. I don't know why. Maybe it's because she's playable. No clue at all. But just a really, really dope card. And oh my goodness, to have all of these. Oh my gosh, I am so bruh. Like, that's the one thing. Like, One Piece is super cheap to get into. I definitely would suggest anybody who likes collecting get into it because the art, the characters, the gameplay is so dope. There's so much to it, and it's just really, really fun to do, to collect and to play. And honestly, I mean, if you really want to be a hardcore collector, I think that's when you got to start getting the graded cards. Alright, so here we go. Kind of right above my little recording, we got these, which are so dope. Just showing off Perona. Unfortunately, just, you know, the main kind of card for her. Definitely got to get the new ones from the newest set. And then we got the Santi. I already probably showed this off already, but oof, look at that. I don't know what I'm going to do when I finally get, like, or when they finally make the fucking manga variant of Doflamingo and Crocodile. Oh my god, that's going to be so sexy. But I already got to play it out. I'm probably going to add, like, another one there, another one there, another one there, and just keep going. Definitely one's got to be Boa Hancock after I pulled that manga. And then it's just going to be maybe some random ones. Who knows? As always, that is it. We are another year down of the My Monthly Pickup series. And what is it? I think this is probably year 2 of it. The first one I did by month, you know, January, February. This one I'm doing by quarters. Going into 2025, I'm not too sure whether or not people like this. I mean, it kind of went originally from like, these are the cards to invest in, to more like, okay, these are the cards I'm picking up, you know, and I get it. It's kind of frustrating with the name and things like that. Not too many people are interested in what I'm getting versus what, you know, cards to invest in, you know, things like that. how I looked at it kind of was just like, all right, I'm buying these cards because I'm investing in these cards, and obviously I'm going to buy cards that I think are going to be investable. But then it got to the point where, man, I really love these cards. I love collecting. I love the art. You know, maybe I should get things that aren't that investable. Who knows? Maybe in the end, all of this is investable. I don't know. But whether or not this series continues, I mean, if you guys like it, then I will continue it. It is kind of nice to keep track of like things I've gotten and cards I've been buying and collecting, especially for a TCG collectibles channel. But I don't know. It just doesn't seem all too popular, and maybe I'm like branding it a little bit not true to what it is. I don't know. So you know, who knows? If you guys like it, just let me know, and you know, I'll think about it, maybe do more. Whether or not I'll do monthly, I don't know. Monthly, it always felt like hectic because it was like I was putting out like maybe 1 or 2 videos, and then the monthly video, and it would be like, you know, monthly video January, and then like 1 video of this, 1 video of that, maybe another video if you're lucky, and then monthly video February, right? Like, it would just be so many of them, and I don't know. And this quarter one, it was nice because it was spread out of 3 months a piece, so, you know, you got like multiple, like what, 6, 9, 10 videos before you got like the next quarter monthly pickups video. But at the same time, like, these videos are fucking like an hour long almost, and it's like a pain in the ass. I'm like, I have like fucking a notebook, and each time I do this, it's like fucking 3 to 4 pages worth of just cards and like prices and shit. And I've honestly been more and more lazy continuing this because it's kind of like, well, these are the 10 cards, and we're just going through, and okay, well, this one, you know, this one's worth, you know, I don't know. It's just tough because it's like, it got fun. Now it's kind of a drag, but it's also a little bit fun because it's like, I do like recording this. So, I don't know. That's really all I could say is, I don't know. Why my friends still don't touch me, I don't know.
The world was ending. I wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you.
マフラーを巻いてくれて